morning. It's about 9:15, and we are just about to get underway from Philbrook Cove here on 700-acre island. We do have a moderate breeze out of the north or northeast, as predicted, which is blowing us straight into the cove. But we are nonetheless going to at least attempt to sail off the anchor and out of the cove before getting underway and headed south. Not going to fight the breeze. So the weather looks good. It's a little foggy at the moment, kind of patchy fog, it seems. Sky is mostly blue. The temperature is just over 60, so not as warm as we might like, but not too bad. So talk to you again in a bit. It's about 10:30 now, and we almost managed to sail out of Philbrook Harbor, but not quite. So there just wasn't enough wind. So I fooled around with it for close to an hour and finally gave up. I was making some progress, but not much. So I had to motor a few feet. We'll call it that. To get out. So we're now out in West Penobscot Bay, and with the course set close to due south. What we have in mind is an anchorage that's near the Muscle. I forgot this last time too. Muscle Ridge Channel. I think that's it. I'll double check. Which is about 15 miles south of here. And we're currently doing about 1.5 knots. So the ETA is, it varies significantly, but 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, or even later this evening, tonight. But I'm gonna guess that we'll get a little more wind, at least at times, to get us there at a reasonable hour. So that's our operating assumption for the time being. So in the meantime, we'll just relax and enjoy the cruise. It's now about 11:20, and we've been very busy. Trying everything we can do to maintain some speed. So we were doing about 2.3 knots, pretty steadily actually, or I wouldn't have been that precise. which wasn't going to be fast enough. So I wasn't sure that putting up the Doyle UPS instead of having the regular furling jib, the 130 out, would do anything. I do have it pulled out on the whisker pole, but I went through the process anyway, and it did. It improved the speed significantly, but maybe half a knot, which at this speed is significant. But then the wind started to taper off, so I was having a hard time keeping the mainsail set out. It wanted to switch sides, so I had to rig a what's it called, a preventer, I think, to make sure it stays out on the port side where I want it. So I've done that. I'm running out of ropes. But the wind has continued to drop off, and we're down to a little over a knot with an ETA of after midnight. So we'll continue to poke along for now. So we dropped anchor just about 3 o'clock in Dix Island Harbor. Dix is D-I-X. This is an anchorage I've never used before. I kind of scoped it out over the last winter. It is a bit open to the ocean, so I didn't want to try it in unsettled weather, but it's quite settled. There hasn't been significant wind up here for many days. So we'll take a look around the harbor. So looking west, or a little south of west, that is Dix Island, which has several houses on it, and a couple of docks I can see over there, an area that's even better protected than we are here. This cluster of islands is offshore, south of Owl's Head, which is just south of Rockland, and between here and the mainland is Mussel ridge channel. So we can't actually see that from here because it's behind the islands. So then closest to us here, we've got a little uninhabited island called Birch Island, swinging around to the north. Beyond Birch is High Island, which apparently at some point in the past was a quarry. A lot of that kind of activity went on in this area, hence the name of Rockland for the town. Had to do with rocks. So, and some small islands here, and beyond that, some of, well, it's probably actually West Penobscot Bay, and beyond that on the horizon is would be Vinyl Haven Island. Oh, there's a small island with a small house on it, or a cottage. I don't know the name of that little island. Over here is Andrews Island. Actually, this thing closest to us, the chart calls the Neck, but it's, well, it's connected to Andrews Island at low tide, apparently. A couple houses on that, and over there is Andrews Island proper, and I can see several more houses over there. So this isn't as secluded an acreage as some you could find, but I'm not bothered. And a little to the east of south is Hewitt Island. I'm not sure, I can't see any development on that from here. And there are some other little islands I can't name. And I think right over there probably is the mainland of Maine. So, and as you can see, it's certainly very calm and peaceful at the moment. While I'm doing my chores, I guess I should show you the chart as well. So we covered about 16 miles today, and we started up here in Philbrook Cove on 700 Acre Island, which is off the larger island of Islesboro, which there's a bit of here, and it continues north for quite a ways. So, as I mentioned, we tried to tack our way out of Philbrook Cove this morning with the north winds, and it couldn't quite manage it. There wasn't really enough wind to do it, and well, like I didn't manage to do it. So we applied a little bit of motor and cleared out of the harbor, and then set sail. Wing on wing, initially with the 130 jib, and then with the Doyle UPS, and we're doing okay for a while, but then the wind tapered off and died before we got very far. So we motored the rest of the day, unfortunately, and we came down here a little bit west of south in West Penobscot Bay, passing Camden and Rockport. Over there, some islands over here to our east, and eventually further south to where there's Rockland over here, North Haven Island here, and came off the chart somewhere just west of this shipping channel marked in green. This it mostly serves, I'm pretty sure, well, there's a port up in Searsport, which is way up here. So there are occasionally large commercial vessels, mostly oil tankers, but there was a car carrier once. Anyway, that's why the shipping lane is marked out. So we need to go on to the chart, page 65B. Okay, so here is that shipping lane we're talking about, in Rockland Harbor over here. Owl's Head on this point here, and we came down around this green buoy. I got a shot of, I think. I've also got a shot of Owl Head, I hope. And then down, came a little more to the west, came between these two buoys. This is Red Buoy 22, which I got a shot of this time, and I also got a shot of on our last full day in the August cruise. We went by that and then turned and went up Owl's Head Bay on that adventure. But we continued south across, this is Fisherman's Passage. Well, actually that's up here. Anyway, down to this cluster of islands here. So this is Dix, this is High, Andrews, Hewitt, this is Muscle Ridge Channel over here, and Maine proper over there. So, oh, and this little island right there above my finger is Birch, and we're kind of in this curve of Birch Island, and it's all very pleasant. It's all pretty shallow in here, 10 feet or so at low tide, so good for anchoring.